All right, what's up? What's up, people? It's Friday night. It's the Skull Bro Show. We're hanging out. Hope everybody's good.
My allergies been killing me. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, MRE's here. Damien's here. Everybody say hello to MRE and Damien.
Hello.
I can see the chat now. Billy, Jane, Maestro Pet. I can't see any above that.
Yeah, we got Cuban, Jane Perry, Billy's in here.
What's up, Jane?
Yeah,
What's
like
going on?
Carmel's in, Sharon.
Billy, Team Swifty going down. The Swifties are going down.
Which one's on the skateboard? Oh, I don't know. That's just I put together an Olympics picture. I was telling them, because it was the skateboarding and the breakdancing was an absolute disgrace. And when I was watching the worst ones, it made me feel like it wasn't like I wasn't from Earth. Like I was on another planet where breakdancing means something else. It was strange, and the skateboarding was weak. Like even the people that medaled looked like
they go high. They go high in the air though.
No, they were terrible. Like the street skating competitions, they were doing like the most simple little thing. They would like kick flip up onto a bar, and they would grind it for 2 seconds and come down, and then they would kind of like go up, roll up the ramp, and roll back down the ramp. And then they would try and like ollie over something. And then they would go to instead of doing a trick on the ramp, they would just go to the top and get off their board and then start again. And it was just weak.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too much like
it was weak. It looked like a beginner's class at your local skate park, bro. Because you guys remember the X Games and like all the great skateboarding competitions.
Providence, Rhode Island held the very first X Games. I actually seen them setting up for the X Games, and I remember when they were on, driving by, seeing people on bikes and all that crap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, man, it was just, we had legends back then. People that, like you're saying with the air, people like Bob Burnquist was insane with stuff like the large air off those giant ramps and things. And, we had the people that were like, we had Rodney Mullins that invented every trick these fucking kids do and probably don't even know it. All the dark slides, all the fucking side spins, the side stands, that grinding on absolutely every part of your board, upside down, sideways, whatever. Like these kids were not doing fucking anything. It was terrible. I'm trying to tell you, it made me feel like I wasn't from here. I was like, what is happening?
Didn't Lupe Fiasco get into some trouble because he came out with a song that was like the anthem for skateboarders and got called out for not being a real skateboarder?
I honestly don't know.
I think that one, that was.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. And the breakdancing though was the worst. When we were just talking for a few minutes, I mentioned to you the Australian breakdancer didn't even dance. It was fucking weird. Like she got 0 points in all 3 rounds. She when she was doing like weird walk like a dinosaur stuff, she put her face on the mat and then used her feet to kick herself around in a circle. And there was no breakdancing at all. And even like the people that medaled, I was telling you guys, like they did absolutely do some classic breakdancing, but they also did like really, really, really odd shit that like you would see like on a stage in New York of like contemporary modern dancers. You know what I mean? Like shit you don't understand, it don't look right. It was weird, bro. I don't understand how any of that shit was in the Olympics. The fucking Australian bitch, she was so horrific. The national news in their country called her an embarrassment and a waste of taxpayer money.
Wow. What did they say she did?
She was the breakdancer.
Yeah, but why did they hate her so much?
Because she got 0 points for all 3 rounds and didn't breakdance. She didn't even look like she tried to breakdance. She did just weird stuff.
Why are they putting these people?
I don't know. I think that's an amazing question.
Yeah, it's like, why? Like, how can you complain about them if you're the ones who are putting them there? Like, shit.
I went to breakdancing school.
Well, this was the news talking, so I mean, they can complain. They didn't know that that's who the Olympics picked for them. They're relying on their country to send good people, to your point. But now they've seen that, and they're saying, like, what the fuck did you spend our money on? This bitch is half, like, not there. She's touched in the head, we think.
Touched by your A-tart, touched by an A-tart.
It's like the old guys around us used to say, I think the bitch might have a touch of palsy. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're a cocky to me.
When I went to
Cocky angel.
breakdancing school when I was a kid, still to this day, the greatest breakdancer I've ever seen was this morbidly obese Asian kid.
Really?
He must have been like 5'3", 400 pounds.
400 pounds?
And
wow.
He would bust out with the windmill.
That's impossible.
Listen,
impossible.
He just had so much agility for a big.
He couldn't be 400 though.
He was morbidly obese.
I'm sure he was.
Well, yeah, it sounds like you're basically explaining one of the fat boys.
Yes, it was like the Asian Chris Farley.
Someone
You know
was
what I mean? Like-
something, just a couple, like a fat kid that was just good dancer.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not dancing for a minute straight, but he'll give you 15 seconds.
Yeah, but how
gold.
400 is a big person.
At 5'3", 400 pounds, the kid. That's how he was like a blueberry. But
How can he
was-
move? That's
he
what I'm
was
saying.
he looked like Big Pun with his little arms and his little fat legs. But he would do like the windmill.
Spiffy.
He couldn't do the head spin, but he could do like.
Well, yeah, I imagine not. He'd probably break his fucking neck.
Yeah,
it'd be like
but
a
he could
weevil.
do everything else. Like he would do
That's
the
wild.
worm,
Ah,
The
man.
worm.
I just
400 pounds.
The worm. That sounds
That's the
like
weight
it would be fucking scary.
And like
would you compromise on the weight? Would he have been less than 400?
380. I'll give him like, but he was clear. He was two of me. He was huge
And shorter.
and short. And
How was he
5'3".
dancing and spinning around?
He
and all
was
that?
amazing. He was outstanding. Like, and because he was so big, that just made it even
So, like,
more
comical looking.
amazing.
Amazing.
Because like,
yeah.
how is this
guy
kid
doing
doing that? Like, it was
Wow.
like
a fact.
he just had
Yeah,
something.
freak. So like a freak of
A
nature.
freak of nature.
He had the grace of a blue whale.
Yeah.
He was like a gazelle, a 400-pound gazelle.
Nice.
He was
Nice.
really out of breath after the 15 seconds.
Yeah,
What?
15 seconds.
Oh, I bet he probably needed oxygen and shit after. Yeah.
Seconds of a straight windmill that like spun into like him holding himself from his head to his feet, like his toes.
What?
What? Wow, man, that's crazy.
Get the fuck
listen.
out. Like Dracula?
Listen, dude,
Like Dracula.
Exorcist. Remember the Exorcist coming down the
God.
stairs? He was like a huge, heavy-set kid that could do like agile stuff. Like he could put his
Oh, you know, I've seen a lot of like really fast big guys. Don't get me wrong.
and do like a flip on his like he wasn't getting airtime or nothing like that, but
Yeah.
he was strong enough to do all this other crazy shit.
I'm picturing like the guy on roller skates in Weird Al's Fat video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like an agile fat guy.
Yeah.
Man, you know they had to put the costumes on. Like those people, it took forever back then.
Yeah. It was too funny.
That,
Dude, I saw the funniest fucking short this week about that Jenner freak. Check this out.
Caitlin, how are you? You look good.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
This bullshit.
What a character. Little kid. The kid's funny.
That shit is fucking hilarious. Hey, Jenner, looking good. Bullshit.
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 Crazy. Mentally ill.
I was laughing my fucking ass off when I saw that, dude.
Mentally ill.
You gotta go- Look up big fat guys breakdancing. I'm telling you, there's people on there that surprised me.
I'm sure there are outliers out there who can do that. Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure there are, man. I'm sure there are.
Well, they don't fascinate me one bit.
No?
Right, no.
Yeah, so there was a fucking like a kangaroo escaped from a prison in Czechoslovakia. I thought that was a pretty interesting title.
Really?
Yeah, so they kept a
How big is the roo, though? Is it a small one or one of the bigger ones?
It didn't really say. They said it was mature though, so I imagine it was at least pretty big. I mean, it's in Czechoslovakia inside of a prison too, to be fair. So let's call it possibly malnourished mature kangaroo.
Well, there's two different kind of kangaroos. They have the medium-sized one and then the big ones. You know, like
Okay.
So yeah, both of them can do damage. So,
Okay. Either way, so they have a kangaroo in the prison in Czechoslovakia because it was to teach part of it was like a farm. They were having it out on a farm as part of like a lot whatever kind of animal they could get a hold of for the inmates to learn responsibility and teach animal husbandry. But the kangaroo got out and started fucking all kinds of shit up. And they ended up catching the kangaroo, but it's still insane, dude. There's a kangaroo like running around the town in Czechoslovakia, and it was in prison.
Well, they will fight you. I had a friend one time post on her channel of her dog, who was a big Mastiff, Great Dane, and Wolfhound Pit Bull mix, but he was enormous. And he took down one of these big kangaroos by the throat, and people flagged their channel. But he took this kangaroo right down. It was ferocious.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen some stuff on YouTube of people going after them, like when they try and get their dogs, especially. I've seen them having to put those big spiked collars on their dogs too that live out in rural areas, and because they get them with the claws and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we've never weaponized wild animals from zoos and like just drop them off in countries that we want to like instead of bombing them. Just drop off like 40 or 50,000 tigers.
Yeah, we can't do that.
And lions and kangaroos and all.
Where are you gonna get them?
From the zoos.
You can't
just drop them right in.
There you go. They're gonna come in like fucking Delta Force goggles off a parachute.
Animal lovers fantasy.
3 days hungry, ready to maul.
Eat the enemy.
They would shoot him, man.
Yeah, but you're gonna get at least a couple of.
You're gonna kill them all.
A couple of eaten.
Well, that's a pretty good segue. Tigers from the sky into North Korea started sending more ship balloons now that they're done with the Olympics. Imagine that.
Yeah, they waited, ain't it?
Yep. So we were right. They only stopped because of the Olympics. Yep.
His sister's the head of the what is it? The propaganda of the wing.
Huh.
Yeah, a lot. She's in charge of a lot of different departments. You're right. Yeah.
And one of them is in propaganda, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, propaganda.
Yep.
So he's involved with her own image and everyone else's, and yeah, she's no joke. That's for sure.
So they're up to 2,000 ship balloons now.
Yeah, she knew to wait. You know.
Shit balloons.
Yeah, they send them over the
shit balloons. Oh yeah, Damien. So
balloons filled with shit.
Yeah, probably about 6 weeks ago. Here's the short version, right? So South Korea has been sending balloons into North Korea with like propaganda pamphlets and like USB sticks with movies and TV shows, right? So North Korea says, all right, that's enough. We're going to retaliate. And they started filling baskets and balloons with literal like sewage, raw human sewage and feces from animals, manure, trash from the dump, old clothes, all kinds of gross stuff, and then put them on weather balloons and sent them into fucking South Korea, where they've been landing everywhere. They've done like 12 or 13 waves now. They're up to 2,000 balloons.
That's an excellent tactic.
That's sick, but yeah, it is like a demoralizing. What's up, Uncle Edwin, Spliffy? Yeah, it's demoralizing, that's for sure. And chemical warfare almost, because you can give people a disease.
Your whole house is just covered in a big
or what if you get hit, or your kid, or
right in the face?
Yeah, or your body. In your pool.
Like you're yawning outside.
My reply stays the exact same as when we first talked about it. They don't make soap for that. Just set it on fire.
Yeah.
And get it the fuck over with. Like, fire will cleanse that is shit from other people in another country, and that bro, just gross, man. And then they tested the soil after they've done cleanups. They full of all kinds of worms and parasites. Holy fuck!
Yeah, you can't freaking grow nothing.
You can't grow nothing. It's the soil is scorched.
Yeah,
shit.
Forever unclean.
Oh,
forever.
What?
forever unclean.
That's what
That's
America
terrible.
should do.
No.
Well, I've said this too, though, Damien. I've been like,
They'll hate us.
even like other weird like third world countries, like that subject might come up at their table, and they would just be like, okay, yeah, that would be really funny, but what are we really gonna do? Only North Korea would be like, that's it, we're sending shit bombs. It's gonna shit cloud.
We'd end up sending missiles at them anyway.
Missiles filled with shit.
We would send just
No
missiles.
nuclear, just shit.
They ain't gonna do that. They're gonna blow you up. This is a cold war between them. Then nothing's heated up yet. It's gonna get hot,
They
but
call it the cold,
they have a cold
the
war where they
peanut and
go at
corn
each other,
kernel war.
North and South Korea.
Oh, it's sick, man. It's sick.
Bane,
Yeah.
what's up, Pain like Bane?
Oh, what's up, Bane?
garbage.
What's
Think
up, Uncle Edwin?
If we could somehow fill massive carriers with all of our dump and sewage and like at the landfill, just start filling them up and just flying them right into.
Right, well, yeah, I understand what you're saying. That would be more feasible if you literally had like large trucks filled with the stuff just from the dump, like the refuse, the actual physical trash, and you loaded it onto giant planes and just dumped it onto a country like middle finger. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You can't do that though because it's your
No, we couldn't do that. That's there's rules of war. There's like, we have reputation. We've got to be the good guy. Like, yeah, we couldn't have.
destroys
So
soil.
is there a rule that says you
Geneva
can't?
Convention.
You can't.
Well, I'm sure it's literally biological warfare. I'm sure it is.
Garbage and shit.
Yeah, you're destroying the land.
Yeah, it's biological warfare. There's no doubt about it, man.
It's sick.
And laughing while you're doing it too.
Yeah.
They look down on that.
Yeah, and like I agree with MRE as far as the propaganda endpoint, which is like it's hugely demoralizing. Number one. Number two, if you were one of those people that got shit on you while you were walking down the street with your baby eating an ice cream cone, you will never leave your house without looking the fuck up again, ever.
You're gonna get the flux, like the Romans used to get the flux. You know what I mean? Where dysentery. Most of
No, that's fine. But I'm saying you're going to be paranoid and like have anxiety the rest of your life. That shit's like PTSD, bro. Your baby got shit on his face, like
yeah.
holy, and it came from the sky, and you didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
You won the war at that point.
Well,
It's bad, bro. It makes me. Well, here's the problem, Damien. Right. So then South Korea, after the first couple runs of that, they sent more baskets with leaflets and these USB sticks that had music and videos on them. Well, a bunch of middle school kids got a hold of the USB sticks, and they got turned in, and they got put on a firing squad.
Yeah, fucking sick.
So it's like, it's just all bad, bro. Then a bunch of fucking North Korean guys started putting mines. I'm sure they were ordered to, but they started putting mines into the river, just letting them float down.
You know what I was watching the other day? I was watching a documentary
Nuts.
about Hawaii and how the military, there's like 300 acres, I believe, of just like military bombing areas where like the land is not like you can't even walk through it because there might just be like a live bomb that you step on or anything.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I've never heard that before. I don't know.
It was insane that I was watching it like that. Like the way that like the
Hawaii?
Hawaii, how like they how like they
World War II, the Japanese old
like
mines,
still to this day.
Yeah, there's old
They're
mines.
bombing, they use it as like a test site or whatever.
Oh,
that
I don't know where it is.
They
but
bought
I can
I
imagine.
don't know if it's 300 or 30,000 acres of land in Hawaii. I don't
Hear
know
the
where
dog over here. Hear the dog
And-
eating the bone.
they bomb this land, and I guess when we got Hawaii, the government paid $1 for all of this land, and it was like a 75-year lease, but the lease is coming up soon.
Yeah.
It was and like how like the the natives from Hawaii are fighting because they've been priced out of paradise, all that, and how it's like the natives want that land, like even though you can't even walk on it, grow on it, there's nothing you can do to it. It's just military. It's just like a military bombing area where they.
Oh, that sucks. That's not good.
Weapons.
Yeah, it's not good. We've that's a
great.
beautiful fucking land, bro. I mean, I haven't been to the Big Island, but I've been all over Maui, and it's
I've never
one of the
been to
most
Hawaii.
beautiful places in the world, man. It's just, I can't believe it. It sucks. We've blown up. We've used nukes on all those beautiful atolls, man, and different islands, and so it's horrific. It sucks. It actually makes me depressed, and it makes me sick that we're the ones that fucking did it. You know.
Did you become friendly with any natives out there, or?
A couple. I mean, I was only there for like 6 days.
Right.
I wouldn't call it friends, but I made close enough acquaintances to be able to buy weed while I was there. Of course, the very first fucking day that I was there, I've traveled a lot. You know what I mean, Damien? Like you know what I mean. We've both traveled around a lot. And like the very first thing I did, I went to a fucking TGI Fridays, and I went up and I ordered my food at the bar, and I waited till everybody walked away from me, and I told the guy across from me, I was like, "Hey man, I need some smoke." He was like, "No problem, meet me out back when we're done." It was that easy, bro. And then him and his girlfriend, we hung out with a couple times, and mainly that was just like getting more weed, and they were telling us, "Hey, go here, go there," but I wouldn't call it friends.
What are the laws in Hawaii for marijuana?
There's only medicinal, as far as I know. There is no actual legal rec. Yeah, but the weed was amazing. The stuff that we got was grown there. He said you could tell, you know, that it was local. It wasn't anything you'd get anywhere else. You could tell just by the way it was cured. And he was like, "Yeah, man, grown right up there on the volcano." We were like, "Cool." It was excellent weed, you know.
And Spam is like a gourmet dinner.
Oh, it's everywhere, bro. It's in all the fucking 7-Elevens, all the Denny's, all the places you stop.
Kinds of Spam.
Yeah, and but that's what I'm telling you. It's like when you like go into a place here, like there's like 6 different kinds of sandwiches. But when you're there, at least in Maui, 3 of those 6 sandwiches will be a different kind of Spam. All the salads are like have, you know, a few of them will have Spam. The burritos, every fucking thing, they have Spam options. Everything. it's weird, yeah, or different, really.
Yeah, the dog with the bone. He's biting the bone. The dog. I got him biting the bone over here. Now he just stopped. There he goes.
Oh yeah, I can hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a can of Spam is like $25.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
It's
mean,
it's outrageous.
The only places that were expensive that we encountered, like, you know what I mean, that you'd be like, damn, you know, that really hit you in the pocket, were the places that were like anywhere on the same side as like the big hotels, because they're all on one end of Maui anyway.
Yeah.
Once you got away from that and you got into places where you started seeing like, you know, everyday brands that you noticed, it really honestly wasn't that bad. It really wasn't.
It's the only state with more than 30 billionaires that live in Hawaii.
Yeah, well, I can see why, bro. It's absolutely. We drove past. I went all over Maui, and I drove past places where we were just like, dude, could you imagine living in that place right there, looking at that? It would be like, holy fuck! If I had the money, I'd buy that. Like, it was just like that everywhere we went. Yeah, but hey, so you guys remember that what is it, like Auntie Anne's or Aunt Anne's pretzels that used to be like in food, right?
Over here.
Okay, well, they're fucking coming out with a perfume and a cologne for people that want to reminisce on the old days in the 90s, and it smells like buttery pretzels and 90s mall food courts, they say.
Wow. Very
strange. Yeah, I don't know what the combination of smells you're going to get under the title 90s mall food courts. I can't imagine.
I don't mean to cut you off, but he's going to say bye to everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to screw.
Hey, all right, man. Be safe. Good talking to you.
Everybody have a great stream. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Hey, try to save.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but so that Auntie Anne's pretzels, they are coming out with their own perfume and cologne that's supposed to smell like buttery pretzels and 90s mall food courts. And like I said, I don't know how the fuck you're gonna make something smell like a 90s mall food court. It could be scary.
90s mall. Do they still even oh, they have different setups now when it's so expensive. The mall was always a little expensive, but nothing like it is now. I really
Right. You know, it was eating out, right? And they knew they had you if you were buying a slice or getting something quick.
I used to go and get the MLB hats. I remember when they were $9.99, the fitted hats when they first came out. $9.99. I used to go to the mall every 2 months and buy one. You know, every other month and buy one. I always had a Yankee hat, another Yankee hat, so a couple of Mets hats because of the '86 series. Sometimes I would get a Cincinnati hat because of my last name, the C.
Yeah.
You know.
Right, but would you be attracted to somebody if they smelled like a buttery pretzel?
No, definitely not.
This is what I'm saying. That's odd. Why? What the fuck is reminiscent about smelling like a butter? Hey guys, I wanted to come hang out at the party tonight, and I figured it'd be cool if I smelled like a buttery pretzel. We could reminisce about the mall. Or again, please tell me what combination of scents you've put together that if I spray this on me, I'm going to smell like a 90s mall food court. Do I smell like a fucking half a Chinese restaurant and half a fucking pizza place with a little bit of like throw up? Like, what's a 90s mall food court smell like, and how am I going to smell like that?
And who would want them?
Right.
And what does it even smell like?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's it right there.
It's weird. It makes me scared of it, but it also makes me want to smell it, just so I know, like, what it is. Maybe it'll take us back, right? Maybe they nailed it, bro. Maybe we'll smell it and go, wow, holy shit.
You never know.
You never know.
It's possible.
Why not? But it is curious and it is a little scary also, like I said, because there's a lot of questionable things in a food court.
Yeah, true. And it depends what's in there.
Yeah.
Mostly pizza, I'm guessing, right?
Right, in a Chinese restaurant, a sandwich shop. That's what I'm saying, right. And then all the fucking stinky people sitting around. Maybe they throw in for fun just a little bit of their buttery pretzel. Here we go. Parasite Slayer. Yeah. Sabaro's pizza mixed with Nathan's hot dogs, Heroes, and cheap Chinese food. That's actually perfect, man.
I can't see the chat right now.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll read them to you, man. Yeah. But yeah, he agreed. Like Parasite Slayer agrees. Like, who would want to smell like that? Like, what the fuck? And somebody else said Sabaro too. I think that's funny. I think we're all thinking Sabaro the pizza for sure.
Yeah, that is an odd thing to want to smell like, ain't it? Like,
yeah.
Who would want to, like, even if you did like the food courts as a kid or whatever, who the fuck would want to get a perfume to smell like a food court?
Yeah. Hey, what's that smell, man? You smell really weird. Oh, you like that? Let's reminisce together. I'm supposed to smell like a 90s food court. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Remember the time Joni got shoplifting charges?
Like, yeah, right. That's too funny, man.
Remember my nosebleed at the arcade?
Yeah. Here's one that'll bend your fucking mind. So Ohio Supreme Court has ruled that boneless chicken wings or chicken wings that are advertised as boneless can have bones.
What? Why? What? That's weird.
Yeah. When you get into it, it's because the way that they make them, it's the legal language for like when people sue over dumb shit, right? It's like basically when they make these boneless wings, they crush up a whole bunch of chicken meat and then they make you a shape. We're not stupid. But when they do that, they also crush up the bones and feed them to you.
Yeah, all right. Gotcha. Yeah, that's disgusting.
So the Ohio Supreme Court says that legal language, that quote unquote boneless wings can have bones. It's like, well, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
If the world has gotten that cynical where you're worried about, right, Spliffy Donato says they're covering their asses. Right, that's what I said to you. Like, I understand the principle behind it with the legalese and all that shit, so people can't fucking sue Doritos because the chips don't have real nacho cheese. You know what I'm saying? These fucking assholes ruining everything for everybody. But at the end of the day, it's like, if we've become that cynical, what's the fucking point anymore? Like, give me a break, dude. Give me a fucking break. You actually have to pass a law that says it's cool. Chicken bones that are supposed to be boneless can have bones in them. Well, how about when we get one that actually has a fucking bone in it and somebody chokes? Then what? Smart guy. Then you tell me, then what? And are we going to pass a law that says chicken fingers don't actually have fingers in them? Like, how stupid are we getting?
Well, it's Idiocracy. Ever see that movie?
It's one of my favorite movies, and it comes more true every fucking day.
Yeah, you always told me that. Yeah, that's right. Idiocracy. That movie is literally, it's basically what we live in now. That guy is the guy, I forget his name, but he walks up to people and asks them questions about, everyday knowledgeable history that anybody who went to school during our time should know, at least, like third president, how many branches of government are there?
Yeah, when we were watching those fucking university kids last time.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, my favorite question when they give him the test, the test, and they find out he's the smartest guy in the world, the question that they ask him is, if you have one bucket with 3 pounds in it and the other bucket, or a second bucket with 5 pounds in it, how many buckets do you have? Right? And now all of a sudden he's the smartest guy in the world. Holy shit. But to your point, those university kids remember, one of them said that they thought fucking Germany fought the Nazis in the Civil War. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, that was weird.
It made me want to fucking slam my head into the table. Like, we're doomed, bro.
Yeah,
These people
they're not even taught how to tell time, or they don't even know who Paul Revere is. Even like simple things that people should know,
Dude, it was killing me. I was giving them passes on math to a point, but again, I have to say, these were kids with backpacks on in between classes at fucking college.
Yeah.
When you ask a college student what 3 times 3 times 3 is, or basically what is 3 cubed, I understand those of us that haven't been in school a long time, we all get passes. This is not what I'm saying. Everyone be clear.
3 times 3 is 9.
Right. Times 3 is 27. It's 3 fucking cubed, right? A person who just had math class yesterday
should know that.
Should fucking know that. That's all I'm saying. With these children knew fucking oogats.
Yeah, that's bad. When you're in school for that, come on, learning that subject, you should.
How many states are there? How many fucking stars on the flag? You guys are killing us. Remember, they asked them, if you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today? And all of their computers broke.
Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing. Oh, they couldn't tell the time with the clocks. It was
right. 100%.
Yeah, I know a few people who just can't do that because of like some kind of learning disability they have, but they do.
Carol's right. They don't teach cursive writing at all anymore.
No more.
Oh yeah, no, that shit blew me the fuck away when the young people in my family told me that. I was like, what? They were like, that's fucking old. They were like, nobody writes, like, I can't even read that. I was like, you can't read this right here. This right here. They're like, no. I'm like, come here. Come here.
They stopped it in middle school. I remember when I was in middle school, you had to, my first 2 years, my 3 years in middle school, when you hand in the report, it has to be in cursive, right? So, but then they stopped it. When I went into high school, it was done where you didn't have to do cursive no more. So, I just wrote regular,
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, they didn't have to do that no more.
Let me pull this up real quick. It says Parasite Slayer says kids aren't required to take U.S. or world history anymore. They can take some stupid modern social issues course instead. I do not fucking agree with that. With world history, that should be imperative and mandatory. World history. You have to learn that.
Yeah, it should be mandatory. Exactly.
You have to learn world history and the history of the country.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna know what's gonna happen. It's actually, you're doing the kid a great disservice by not teaching them that. that's going to help them in life just to know how the world works and
Oh,
stuff.
for sure. And I understand Parasites there again. It says little is handwritten anymore, and I totally understand that. But you should still be able to read it.
Yeah.
You should know what it is and be able to read it. If you could be in a number of situations throughout your life where you might have to read something that was maybe an old letter, a fucking document of some kind. I don't know. I'm just saying you should be able to do it. It exists in the world. I'm not asking them to speak Latin. Like it's crazy. And the clock thing too. Like I understand that I have my own story with that with a young person. My family, I went to buy a watch. It's a very quick story. They were like, "Why do you need that? Just look at your phone." I totally get it, but what happens when that shit isn't there and there's a clock on the wall? What do you just fuck now?
Yeah. I want to read what. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I want to read what Carol Quill said, and this is very important. They can't read our founding fathers' documents. Yes, very well. Carol's a genius.
Well, yeah, they didn't know anything about. That had anything to do with that. Like what I said, like the answers for who was in the Civil War were so absurd. We were dying. The answers to who was in the Civil War fucking killed us. Who did we get our liberty from? Nobody. People were saying the most insane things. Like maybe we'll play some more of it again later. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's actually very sad that people don't know that shit. They're like, "Wow, what's up, Roscoe?" It is crazy.
It is.
Imagine not knowing like little things like this. And I get things wrong too. Nobody knows everything, right? But little things
Of course.
like, even if you
some things that should, like you're saying, there's some things that should literally just come off the top of your head. You learned that shit when you were a kid. Oh, I got that's no, yeah, blah blah blah. Whatever the question is, you should be able to just rattle it off. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Right? How many states are there? 50. Right? Like this is not hard. Like how many? What are the stars on the flag for? They're the states. How many are there? 50.
Yeah.
Right? Like, come on, guys.
And the stripes stand for the colonies, right?
There's 13 stripes, right?
Yeah, for the 13 colonies.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people, like I said, I used to teach my nephews and nieces, my godsons, the presidents, when they were little kids. I would stop the first president. Who's the first president? And they're like, George Washington. I'd always give them a candy or something.
Right.
A few months later, I'd start with the second. Right? Who's the first and second? And who comes after him? John Adams. I'd teach them that shit.
Yeah, I told you before. I couldn't do that. I would fail that for sure. But I don't consider that to be like general knowledge either. That's something like your uncle would drill you on, right?
Yeah.
Somebody in your family. Like, I mean, we had to pass the tests and stuff. Don't get me twisted, but still.
Yeah,
it's not stuff that was retained. We'll put it that way to be able to rattle them off quickly.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
I was into all that stuff. That's why.
Right, that's cool. That's what I said. It's the kind of thing you study or whatever. Then you're gonna know that, or you drill it with somebody that's into it. You're totally gonna remember that. I wouldn't. You'd have to be my phone a friend for that one.
I used to. What I did is when I was a little kid in school, I stole all the presidents on the wall. They weren't on the wall. They were in a package in a teacher's room on the desk, and they were all the little pictures of the president that you put in the classroom, right? And I think it was Reagan at the time, all the way up to Reagan. And they were all packed together, all 30-something of them.
Right.
So I grabbed them, and I put them in my backpack and took them home. And my dad was like, "Oh, these are great." And he put them up on the wall in the row. So when I was a little kid, I would look at them, and read them off.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Right on.
Right next to my Guns N' Roses poster.
Nice.
My Italian flag. Fishy about Antarctica. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the Michael Jackson jackets. Yeah, Spliffy. I told that story.
That's so funny when we were talking about breaking and shit like that. Yeah, that's funny, man.
Yeah.
I had the glove, and my brother. I can't say I had it. I told you, my brother and I were gifted a glove, a silver glove, and a silver pair of socks, and we would trade and we would share when we were very, very little. As my parents went to the Jackson 5 reunion and goodbye tour. It was in like 82, 83. I don't know. It was in the early 80s. And when they came
Was that
home,
the last one? Was that
it
the
was,
last?
yeah, it was like the last time Jackson 5 they did a tour. It was they hadn't done it in a long time, so it was like a reunion tour and a farewell tour at the same time.
All right, gotcha.
Because they weren't going to do it again. Now, have they done it again since then? Like every band in the world that says they're going to retire, I don't know. But at the time that it happened, I just remembered that's what it was. And when my mom and dad came home, they had bought us that shit from the merch table, just like a glove and a pair of socks or whatever. So we thought we were awesome. Yeah, we were really, really small.
Yeah, and I had a love-hate with it. I like the music, but like I said, when I was a kid, there was this little kid in first grade who had the Michael Jackson jacket. And I was like, oh, I like that. He's like, yeah, but you can't have it. It's mine. I hated the kid. So I took the jacket out of his thing, and I walked all the way home and snuck past my father and hid it and got out of school, got away with the whole thing. And wore it and walked around the corner. And my cousins were all there with their friends, like 10, 15 kids. And they're like, hey, what the hell are you wearing? That's a Ricky Yoon jacket.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my.
That's some fashion bullshit.
Yeah, so I got all mad and I ran home. I was like 9 years old, 8, I don't know, 7, something like that. I ran home and I went in the garage and I took gasoline and I lit it on fire and threw it away.
Started the Great Fire of London.
Yeah. So that was never admitted of liking Michael Jackson again. But I do like his music, but not him.
Right. Now we have the same opinion. We both like we respect the music for what it is, but that guy's a disgusting person.
Is real good. Like that guy had a lot of great songs. Dirty Diana was a great song.
A lot of classic stuff.
Even Smooth Criminal was a good song. His 70s songs, Rock With You was a good song.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, from the Jackson 5 up. Yeah, he had all kinds of great stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
What else? I didn't like the other stuff. You remember the time? I didn't like that.
I didn't really like a lot of the later stuff. I'm just saying, like the early stuff with like Thriller and fucking Beat It and all that shit was good. And his earlier stuff
was good. Beat It.
And then his earlier stuff, like that was good.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that was good. But the Remember the Time, or am I white, am I black, am I red, am I blue, am I fine?
Yeah, the weird alien video he did with Janet where you couldn't tell which was Rich.
Yeah, you couldn't tell who was
it's
who.
Like, is this Janet and Michael or Janet and LaToya? Or is this
like Jack Skelton's friggin' hood cousins? Fucking all cracked out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's like, is that Janet Jackson and a white lady? Or
yeah.
Is that LaToya? What is happening? What's going on? I'm confused
right now. The matter of fact, I see someone said there was this article called "The Jackson Race War in the Family." That the black Jacksons hate the white Jacksons because the white Jacksons are getting the money.
Right. That's crazy.
Once the grandma dies, Cuban B, what's up, bro?
Oh, it's gonna be a bad scene, bro.
MJ wasn't the first one to do the moonwalk. It was some older black guy.
That's right. A
jazz player. But no, the race war in the Jackson family is the white kids who are not Jackson's really kids. They're Debbie Rose and his attorney's kids, but Blanket is his kid, the smallest one. It's his half son. Well, his son. It's his son.
Yeah.
So they're going to go to those kids, right? And Paris and the other kids. So the mother's gone. The estate goes to them, the 3 kids, right?
I've read about this. Yeah.
So now, all right. So guess who lives at the estate? Like all the brothers, right? Like the only one who fell off is fucking Janet, right?
And they already don't have any. They just depend on the board, the trust. They have a certain payment system going on, and the kids have already been making demands and not paying certain things for the grandmother. So when she goes, bro, they're all probably going to get kicked out.
There's going to be a war. I know it is. Listen, like I said, Jermaine, all the brothers and their kids live there. Most of the brothers are divorced. They live at Jackson's estate, the family estate, and that's going to go to the 3 kids. And now, will they throw them out or not?
Yeah, and they already technically are in charge of the board. So they're like basically like tolerating all of this. They could probably fucking have them if they wanted to start some shit, they could probably do it now.
Well, they are close with a couple of the younger cousins, but they have big beefs with the aunts and some of the uncles.
Right. You've mentioned that to me before, right?
Yes. One of the Jackson family members said it's a shame that my black family had to work so hard just for the money to go to some white people, white strangers. And
Right.
I understand that. I get that. I don't blame him. Imagine your family I get I get where he's coming from.
That notion, yes. The part
hey,
where
my
he feels
family.
like it should go to him is not okay.
Well, not him exactly, but
Right.
stay in the family bloodline.
Well,
right?
even then, because I'm a very huge.
It goes to the Jackson kids, right?
Well, no, I am of the opinion that you can do what the fuck you want with your money. Yeah, you're my
Very
brother, my
true.
sister. If I love you, I'm going to do what I want for you because I'm a good person, but I'm not going to judge another individual that does not do that with what they earned. If they didn't like inherit it like a pussy, you know what I mean? Like if they earned
he
that
didn't
money.
give it to he left it to the mother. And
So I support what you're saying as far as him going, wow, man, my brother worked his whole life. Now this money's going to a bunch of people that aren't even actually fucking related to him. That is weird. And I totally get that notion. 100%.
Yeah, I get where he's coming from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's the way it shaped out,
Right.
His brother adopted them kids, so technically those, even though they're not his blood kids, he did raise them. They're his kids, He raised them. They're the only father he knows. Just like I hate when people say,
that's true, and that's a valid point you just made. That's a very valid point.
I hate when people say, "Oh, he was adopted," right? Or somebody who will take their stepfather's name. Because I know one kid where his dad was a real bad dude and died when he was younger, right? And his stepdad came in his life when he as far as he can remember, right? Maybe at a year old, right?
Yeah.
And then nothing but a great father to him, and he took his name when he was like 10, 12 years old and had it ever since. I get that, right? I get that and respect that totally, but just someone changing their name for no reason. I forget what I was even talking about. I came in my room. I'm looking at this fucking wire that's spliced. What was I even talking about?
Carol Quill saying the same thing. An adoptive child is still their child.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
I know.
I started looking at this wire. So it looked like I broke it on accident. But yes, if you adopt a kid, that's your kid, That is your kid. So he technically raised those kids. So even though I get where he's coming from, still nothing he can do about it, Like those, because what's he going to do? Go to court? He's not going to win.
They won't win. They will not win because all that shit, like I said to you before, all that shit is decided already, bro. There's a board of trustees. They've already done all the giant royalty deals. The kids are fighting some of them. They're working out the details in the contracts. That's part of what the grandmother was trying to fight. She wants them to wait for certain. I don't want to get, without getting the nitty gritty. She wants to wait on certain things to be sold until after she's dead. She doesn't want it to leave, blah, blah, blah. The kids are like, fuck that. And they refused to pay her lawyer's fees because she was fighting them. And they're like, well, listen, if you're going to fight us, it's the same money. We're not going to pay you with the same fucking money we're fighting for. It's stupid. And they were able to say no because they're basically in charge of that money now. And that's kind of what I was getting at before is like if they really wanted to be dicks or if they got pushed and those people did rebel against them even today, they could fucking evict them.
Oh, yeah.
There's not gonna they could try and take them to court, but the judge is gonna be like, dude, this has happened when he died. Like, this is old news, guys. Like, no, they've been paying you out of the trust because your family and all that kind of stuff, but they don't have to unless there's paperwork somewhere that Michael gave them money in a will that, his payments they can't contest. That's one thing. But if they try and go after them for any more than that, they will lose.
And that is their father, legally, even though it's not blood, that is their father.
Yeah.
So there's nothing the cousins and the uncles can do.
No, Carol. Michael Jackson's been dead for a long time.
Yeah, he's been gone for years. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Cuban B? Marcus, what's the gotcha moment was written in a diary years before? Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about it. I'm not going to get into all that. They'll probably fucking flip the show with the algorithm and all that stuff. So I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah, I couldn't even really see too much of it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but we said our piece though, which is the music fine, him no. That's where we're at with it.
Oh
yeah. But I was gonna catch up. It's like literally like 2 sentences for everybody. Like I cover it every week just to keep everybody abreast of what's going on with Pete Diddler's pool house and all the charges and stuff against him. It's real quick. He's continuing to sell off all of his holdings in like different drinks, things like that. This newest one, a deal he did this week was for Revolt. He sold all of his shares in Revolt this week. The last week, the only word that was out in the news was that the feds were contacting all of the people that they had identified in the tapes from when they raided his houses. Right, they raided his properties because they knew he had hidden cameras. They found those hidden cameras. They went through the tapes. It took them a long time. Apparently, there was a lot of tapes with a lot of people in them. They identified all the people that might be victims, along with the people that already have cases against him. And there was a lot of people in those tapes that didn't know yet that they had been recorded.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Whoops.
So what they did was they said, okay, well, hold on. We can't do the grand jury yet. Those people are going to have to testify too. So we need to contact them. So this week, the news is that those people have been contacted and they have set a date, or they're working on set, because there wasn't a date listed. I'm sorry. They're working on setting a date for those people to go and testify in front of the grand jury. So we have to wait for the grand jury to happen before we know whether or not he's going to get charged. That's how it works, right? The grand jury hears all the evidence from everybody, and they're the ones that decide whether or not to actually.
Those people must be terrified, dude.
He's continuing to sell things. I can tell you that.
Well, he's putting all of his money to either live comfortably in jail,
right,
on the run. Maybe he might run.
You never know. I mean, he already had the perfect opportunity. He was gone for a while and came back, and then remember he was like vacationing here and there and like going whitewater rafting, and everybody was giving him shit. But it's like, bro, this dude is just living his life the best he can, knowing he might be in prison soon.
Well, he is. There's no way he's going to avoid. There's no way he avoids prison. No way.
I mean, I don't see how. I mean, I agree with that.
There's no way. Him beating up them girls on camera and all, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Blood with him, and they want him to go down. Will he take other people down with him?
Yeah, well, the words that they did say to that point, right? They did say, we want to make sure that this case is fucking airtight, and once we get it, they want to make sure that when the grand jury hears it, that they get the charges that they're seeking. So they're doing everything they can to have all of these people, all of their testimony ready.
All their ducks in a row, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Carol Quill says, I bet he's
Nitro?
leave the country. I mean, they're watching him, so he's going to have to leave the country in a duffel bag. Like, he's going to have to get smuggled out by a fucking Navy SEAL or a Delta Force guy or some shit.
Or Pablo Escobar's team.
He's going to have to hire, like, the equivalent of Blackwater.
Yeah, he's going to need El Chapo to get him out because he's not going. They're watching him like crazy. But if he does go to another country, Roman Polanski, a lot of them perverts can go to places and that don't extradite.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you a weird one. It's funny you mentioned Escobar because, like Guzman, they just grabbed his son, just turned himself in.
Yeah, I heard something.
And when he did it, bro, so he worked out a deal with the United States to turn himself in, right? But when he did it, he brought some other guy and they flew in from Mexico. He told this guy, he says, hey, this guy was he's like number 4 on the wanted list for Mexico and America. And like, we've wanted him for fucking decades, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Well, El Chapo Jr. says to this guy, hey, I want to fucking show you this new piece of property we're going to smuggle from. I want to get your opinion on it. You let me know what you think. The guy says, cool. They jump in an airplane and they flew him into U.S. territory and landed in fucking Texas and arrested him.
They ratted him out.
No, he handed them to him. Yeah, 100%. He just handed them right to the fucking cops.
That's terrible.
So the Mexican government is suing our government, and they're suing El Chapo Jr. for fucking kidnapping and some other like fucking with their laws or whatever the equivalent of that is, right?
They're not making him a hero. They're not making Chapo the Rat Jr. a hero for that.
No, I mean America's probably giving him a real good deal. He's obviously singing his fucking brains out, like if he went through all that and turned another guy in with him, he's obviously made a deal. But the Mexican government's like, no, I guess they wanted him or whatever. They didn't like the way it went down. And they said,
Mexican government is
this was kidnapping, and you went against our laws and all this kind of shit, and they're starting a big stink.
The cartels run Mexico. Mexico is a narco state, basically.
Yeah, he said he was kidnapped. Right. Cuban B said the same thing. Yeah, the guy said he was kidnapped. That's what the government is saying, too. Wow. They're saying that he was kidnapped, basically. Yeah. And I mean, I can't disagree. I mean, he was definitely lied to. I mean, I don't know if Chapo didn't really kidnap him, but he lied to him and then got him fucking arrested. You know what I mean?
That's fucked up, man. Well, who does that? What the fuck? Why would he do that?
That really sucks, man, especially when you consider, I don't know if this was the same son or not, because he has more than one kid that runs that shit. But, not too long ago, like months ago, they caught one of his kids in this small town. And when they caught him and put him in like their local jail or some building to hold him, the cartel came out of the woodwork with like fucking machine guns and tanks and assassins and covered the whole small town, started killing people, and told the local cops, listen, we're going to kill everybody, including you. So do the right thing and just let him go. We don't want to have to do this, but we're going to fucking do it. And they let him go. They literally walked him out the front door and protected him and handed him over.
Yeah, I heard that. I seen that. That was crazy. That's why it's a narco state. Once you give in, like, it's crazy. So is he looked at as a snitch now for doing that? I
don't see how he couldn't. I don't see how he couldn't be.
How do you keep your respect when you turn someone into the U.S. government
and turn yourself in at the same time? So you've obviously made a deal.
Well, here's the thing: turning yourself in ain't no big deal. If you want to, if some guy wants to turn himself in and deal with the consequences for whatever he's done, that's on him, But taking someone with you is just really fucked up, man. That's bad.
Of course, I agree with you. It's super fucked up. It's super fucked up. You basically, I mean, he's definitely ratting on him. That's my whole thing. It's like I'm going along with the fact that he's ratting on everybody, obviously, and he made this guy part of his deal. I guess that's the main point. I guess that's what I think. I mean, the kidnapping stuff, I understand how they're framing it that way. I get it.
Yeah, it seems like Cuban B and Parasite Slayer got a real handle on it. They know what's up with it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was just pulling up a tab real quick. I was switching over. I'll take a look at that, but I saw them talking about it.
How's your puppy, Nitro? How's your puppy doing? That's a cute dog. Yeah, that's crazy. Who's El Mayo? Is that
that's the guy? That's the guy that he basically kidnapped for all intents and purposes, and brought into America and handed over.
Who was the guy? Miguel, ahead of the what you call it? They did a thing on him on Netflix. Miguel something. He was a narco in the 80s. Felix Miguel Felix Guardo.
I'm not sure.
Guardo or something. He was a big time.
Somebody in the chat will know him. They'll probably put his name in here in a minute. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I read about him and Carlos Leda. He was a character. Carlos Leda. He was a big history guy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Well, the other guy was Felix Miguel Guardo. Yeah. I think he was the head of the Sinaloa cartel, I believe.
Oh, okay.
He was before El Mayo, Parasite Slayer. So who took who took over after Miguel? It's basically I thought it was the Chapo guy. I guess not. I don't know much about that.
Yeah, I don't either. I've watched a couple things here and there, but I honestly don't know too much.
Oh wow, look at what Cuban B said. El Mayo's son testified against El Chapo a few years ago, which makes people think,
Oh,
wow,
so he was a rat himself and fuck him.
wow. Yeah, maybe that's crazy how they consider doing
Yeah, if
that.
he was a rat already, then fuck him. I don't have any kind of feeling for him. Then he got played. Then fuck him.
Yeah, they deserve. That's what you do, tell on people and play that dirty game of telling and setting people up. Don't like that's some treacherous shit. If someone is involved in criminal activity, you can't live long being treacherous like that, setting people up, double dealing people. That's
Yeah.
crazy. You end up getting killed out there.
Yep. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. That's some shady fucking shit. Big time. Big time.
No, that kid C, yeah, he's a scumbag rascal, that kid. He's a slanderous punk. Can't stomach that kid. And Chopper was never the boss. No, really? I thought he was. Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
That's what I thought too. If you'd have asked me to fill out a fucking questionnaire, that's what I would have picked.
Well, I think there's different. The movie I seen was on Netflix, and it showed the plazas. The plazas are different, like neighborhoods. And
Yeah,
shit.
I saw the same thing. Yeah. Or I saw a show. I wasn't a documentary or a movie, it was a show I watched that was like all about the cartels and they explained that anyway.
Yeah, it was really really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Fuentes,
The one that I watched anyway.
Geraldo, oh man. Oh really? Yeah. See, I don't know it.
Yeah, so this guy on the screen, he thought he was in a real life Grand Theft Auto. This dude this dude tripped out. He was walking around like, what's that?
Did he kill people?
So this dude here,
crew, you're nuts.
this guy here in Denver, he walked into a Burger King, ordered food, and then tried to pay for it with drugs. They refused to take drugs as a payment. So he took his fucking pistol out and started shooting in the place.
Wow. Why would he do that?
Because he's insane and he thought he was in Grand Theft Auto. He ended up. So then, after he did that, he walked across the street into a convenience store, pointed a gun at the head of the clerk. When he saw that there was a surveillance video camera system there, he shot at the screen and then left. But while he was in the parking lot, he shot toward 2 more people. Then he went around to like different apartment buildings and stuff and was shooting at people, shooting around the complex, knocking on people's doors, talking about God and carrying a purple Bible with him.
Jesus Christ, man. Wow.
And when the cops showed up, he tried to hide in a bush.
Huh.
Yeah, he tried to hide in a bush, but they grabbed him and arrested him. Yeah, but this dude thought he was in Grand Theft Auto, man. He walked in a Burger King, tried to pay for food with drugs, and they said no. He shot at him, went into a convenience store across the street, pointed a gun at that guy, shot the fucking place up, walked out in the parking lot, shot at more people. It's like, what is happening, bro?
Yeah, that's he's deeply mentally ill. Did he use the excuse I was in the video game too?
No, I just said that. That's the kind of shit that you do when you're in Grand Theft Auto.
It really is Grand Theft Auto, though.
Right.
If you think about it, so that's what I figured he would say. I wouldn't put it past him, you know?
Yeah, no. He was they just said he was walking around talking about God and carrying a Bible when they found him. But actually, he was in the bushes, but that's what the people at the apartment complex said when he was knocking on doors and shooting.
You know what pisses me off? They'll hold Jesus in one hand and go kill people. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Don't go shooting people. If you're going to kill anybody, kill yourself.
Yeah, I agree. And the unfortunate thing is that, like, you have people that have mental illness. They hear voices, and then, like, they confuse that with, like, it's God. You know what I mean? You hear it all the time. They think God's talking to them. They think they're doing the right thing because they have mental issues. Their wires aren't connected. You know what I mean? So,
Big Pharma pumped them with all these drugs.
Yeah, Kermel says the burning bush. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. But yeah, so that was,
son is at risk, but El Mayo's son. Okay, they're enemies. Back to this psycho. Whatever possessed him to do that, I'm sure if you probably looked into it, it's that mental illness for many years. He probably just snapped and just started going around aimlessly shooting people. Probably in a mental ward right now.
Insane, bro. Just to think you could pay for things with drugs and then get mad at them and shoot the place up and then walk directly across the street and start shooting at random people again. Yeah, it's all mental, bro. He obviously broke at some point in that day.
Something happened. Maybe he got a phone call from somebody or someone shunned him that he loved or something triggered him to snap that day.
Yep. Something
and that was the day.
That seems crazy.
Nah, David, he'll be in Congress in 5 years. That's funny, David. Look at this crazy lady.
Yeah, remember we saw that guy that was pretending he was in the DEA so he could get cheap hamburgers at Wendy's?
Yeah, that loser.
This lady was pretending to be an FBI agent so she could get free food at Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just weird. Just trash, bro. I was like, what's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
And Chick-fil-A is like chicken and shit like that, right?
Yeah, it's all chicken. Yeah, it's a chicken store, a chicken restaurant. Yeah, fast food chicken.
And so why would he, what was she telling them? Hey, I'm an FBI person.
So, yeah, she drove a white van and she identified herself as a federal agent to try and get free food. The people at Chick-fil-A thought she was full of shit and called the police.
Oh, she must have been hitting at it.
Yeah, the police followed her and pulled her over. Asked if she had been identifying herself as a federal agent. She stated that she was a federal agent. So she told the cops she was a federal agent. So the police asked to see her credentials, and she said she did not have one, that it was electronic. What a fucking moron. I have electronic identification. It's not here. It has to be plugged into a special electricity. It's top G5 classified. It's G14 classified. You wouldn't understand.
That's nuts. Imagine going into and telling people you're a friggin' agent. Like, I'm sure real agents buy shit. You know, like that'd be kind of weird. Hey, give me something free. I'm an agent. You know. So she's probably throwing hints like, I protect people. Like,
she straight up told him, I want fucking free food. Yeah, it's like, oh, this isn't free. I'm a fucking FBI agent. It's like, what are you talking about, bitch? Let me see your. Oh, it's electronic, your credentials. Okay, I understand. Not digital, old person.
Electronic.
It's electronic. Okay.
What a sick lady, man.
Yeah, it said she refused to get out of the car. They had to threaten to tase her to get her out of the car, put her in handcuffs, took her fucking ass to jail. It was right outside of Atlanta.
Before Don Shipley started his channel, you know how many people were getting away with stolen valor, man?
I'm not familiar with that channel. I know that it's a big movement, though, and it should be.
Yeah, Don Shipley busted a lot of fake SEALs and fake Army people who were taking advantage and getting free shit all over the place.
Yeah, that's weak, bro. That's super fucking weak.
Yeah, great man, Don Shipley. He's a Navy SEAL.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. There's a great video on YouTube. If you watch it one time, it's him busting this fake Navy SEAL in New Orleans in front of the whole crowd, and him just denying it, and him just smoking him in front of everybody. It's great.
Yeah, I've seen videos like that. Maybe that's the guy, and I'm just not familiar with the name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's the best one. He started Stolen Val. Like,
there you go. It's probably the same one that I've seen before. Then, because I've seen that. I've seen people walking up on fuckers that are in restaurants or in stores or standing around outside. Yeah.
He's done it with his wife.
I got you.
And he's the real deal. He was a Navy SEAL and shit. He knows everything about it. He questioned them. They wouldn't know what to do. It was hilarious. He even went by this one guy's job.
I really like that Sean Ryan show. I think I told you about that before with like all the Delta Force and Navy SEAL guys on there talking about all the stories, and they show the pictures and videos of their raids and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
What's
you
this
see,
guy? Who's this wacko?
you see this sick freak with a fucking collar on his pretty little fucking neck.
Yeah, Fido.
His hair's all greasy and weird. Yeah, dude looks like he just got out of Boy George's house.
Yeah, Fido.
Looks like he was the guy that was shackled to Boy George's wall for a few days before they caught him. This dude's name is George Bacheloron, 48 years old. He was already in handcuffs when cops took him into custody. Look at this little bitch. He's wearing a metal collar with a ring on it. He was already in bondage inside the car.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. It says
George Boy instead of Boy.
yeah,
George.
the other guy that was in the car with him, his little owner that was holding the fucking handcuff keys and the chain that was around his neck,
Well,
shares a
Ken
home
Boy.
address. They share a home address, so those sweet little bitches were living together. And he had his little puppy on a chain driving him around in the car while they were on meth.
Well, he's Ken Boy. Ever hear Ken Boy from The Gift?
You told me about that. Yep.
Yeah, Ken Boy. That's what Ken Boy was on TV. They were also there was like 70 guys taking it to Ken Boy.
Well, this guy here's already got multiple felony convictions. He was charged with possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. They found a Remington 22 caliber inside his Jeep driver door pocket, and then they also found methamphetamine and used syringes in a bag. So he's locked up on $10,000 bond. He was placed in handcuffs that were double locked and checked for proper fit. It was a joke that the cops told because he's a little bondage bitch.
What a sick, disgusting human being. Look at that degenerate.
Bro, I'm telling you, and this is the trash. It's why he's part of this week's Trash on Blind. This motherfucker could be in a car, like on a chain.
He should be in Jimmy Calamandria's house. Looks like Jimmy's boys.
Taping up the gerbils.
Yeah, and with Emmy.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was it? What kind of sick bastard? These people are twisted with these chains and shit on them.
Bro, and look, he's all greasy and nasty, and they're all high on meth and shooting meth in syringes, bro. And you got people on dog chains, and they're in public in the car. Like, what?
Yeah,
trash, dude.
High as hell.
Fucking trash.
I wonder how long they've
got guns. Look at these fucking idiots here. This is just a funny, lighthearted one. I mean, it's trash, but it's not. It's on the lower spectrum of the trash. It's basically funny. These fucking idiots, they wore those things on their head as masks to rob a fucking liquor store.
What the fuck?
Yeah, look at this. It's too funny, man. They wore hollowed out watermelon rinds on their heads to steal alcohol from a Virginia convenience store. There, look at them. You can see them on the fucking. Look at the video cam. Look at the camera footage. Look at that picture.
How did they even see out of them?
They got eye holes cut in them.
Oh my god! Even then, it's gonna move on your head, right?
Yeah, I know, bro. I get it. It's stupid. I mean, they're just fucking ridiculously dumb. Ridiculously, one of them's 20 years old, charged with larceny, underage possession of alcohol, and wearing a mask while committing larceny.
No, they're kids. They're only kids.
Yeah, but it's too funny, bro. I saw this picture and was like, look at these fucking mooks right here.
What a nut! I wonder how they would walk in those things too. That must have been real.
And how did they think it wasn't going to be obvious to everyone immediately that they were going to be stealing things when they walked in? Like, it's a convenience store, bro. You got to either grab it and run or slip it under your shoe. You can't walk in a mask, dude.
No, especially with you walk in there with any kind of mask, they're thinking something's up, right?
Right, exactly, bro.
In case it was some sort of a COVID thing, but that clearly is not.
Yeah, no, they're robbing shit in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's clearly not a COVID thing. That's for sure. Some people are just so ballsy, man. They're crazy. They do some weird shit.
Yeah, Cuban B's funny. He says they must have been completely sober. No shit, man. I'm telling you.
Probably. There's a bunch of crazy people.
Yeah, this one happened last year, but it's still fucking so whacked out and bizarre. This bitch deserves to be put on blast, and she is absolutely trash.
Oh, she looks like a killer. Holy shit. She looks
Dude,
dangerous.
on Easter Sunday night, she went around putting out plastic Easter eggs in people's mailboxes and throwing them in their yards that were filled with pornography.
Jesus Christ. Why would you? What the fuck? Little kids are going to see that shit.
Bro.
What a
And
jerk.
even grandmas and people that just check their mailbox. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Why would you fucking. What kind of sick shit do you get off of doing that? I don't know.
Bro. Abril Sestoni, 42, delivered the X-rated material over several days. She got 11 counts of distributing obscene items. Yeah, fucking, let's see.
No little kid opened it. She's lucky, right? That no little kid opened that mail. Some little kid, and they called the cops. Like, well, my son just opened that and seen that.
She also left pamphlets containing incoherent rants about local religious clergy.
What a nut. What a nut.
It said one of the orange Easter eggs that the cop found said contained one goldfish cracker, one strawberry drink mix, one piece of toilet paper, and two pornographic images. What the fuck?
Wow, that's fucking bizarre.
She actually stuffed the eggs with one goldfish cracker, a strawberry drink mix, a piece of toilet paper, and then just threw in a couple of nudie mag pictures. Like, what are you doing?
What kind of meds do you think she's on? Well,
I don't know. What? Maybe she wasn't on them.
Yeah, maybe she wasn't on them. That is the question.
Here you go. They asked her why she did it and why she ranted against local clergy, and she said that she did it because homosexuals are allowed to teach in the church.
Jesus Christ.
What a fucking nut, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine the shit that, like, if she has brothers and sisters and stuff, imagine the stuff they've had to fucking get her out of in their life.
Oh, yeah, she looks dangerous.
She does.
Erratic, crazy. I wouldn't want to fucking mess with that creepy lady. I'll tell you that.
We're across the street.
To women, I don't like fighting with women anyways. Like, even on here, like, I don't like fighting with women because you're never gonna win. Even if you win, you're bad. It's not gonna age well. It's like not good fighting with women, right? You could disagree, but to really slam them and shit, you know, this broad scares me though.
Yeah, she looks like an insane person, and all like the weird religious rants and like putting shit. This is the part that freaks me. Like, it's bad enough that you put the porn in the eggs, but this crazy bitch, took the time to put stuff in them.
Yeah, she looks
along
like
with the pornography.
A little bit like David Lee Roth, like on drugs. One of them rock.
Like, well, I want them to think it's a real Easter egg, but I want them to see porn because gay people teach in the church. Like, what the fuck? What? What?
Whacked. Yeah, that don't make no sense.
Here, kids, look at these nudie pictures while you have a goldfish cracker and a strawberry milk.
Zio, what's up, man? I seen your cousin the other day at fucking Dell's. But yeah, this lady looks like a tap ass. She also looks like a hardened street criminal too, doesn't she? Wow, look at this quack.
Looks like a psycho. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like she's seen the inside of multiple hospitals. Yeah.
Look at this quack.
Well, I included this one for a specific reason, and that's because every time we see these weird
Terry
flashers
Cole?
and
Is that Terry Cole? Is that Paps's cousin?
Oh, that's funny. He's not pale enough.
No, it looks If he had glasses, man.
He'd have to be super pale, like one of those dead frozen turkeys. Then maybe.
What did this guy do now?
Okay, so what I was saying is I included this one for a very specific reason, and that is whenever we see these flashers and these people that do weird shit, you always ask me the same thing. And then I ask the same thing back to you, which is, why did you do this? What the fuck is your problem? What's the matter with you? What are you doing? Right? Like, why are you doing this? And we're just like, is it mental illness? What do they get out of it? Right? Well, this guy straight up tells the cops why he did it when he apologized. And he just said, well, I'm a fucking asshole. I'm just an asshole. What can I say?
That's it.
Yeah. Can you fucking believe that? This guy's 69 years old. He was spotted driving through the parking lot of Ready, a Target. I don't know what the fuck it is about Target, my friend.
But an asshole is one thing. That's somebody who like might flick you off or argue with you. You're a flasher and a pervert, though, and an asshole, but a pervert, though. You know, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
He's an asshole, but he's a little more than that. You know.
Yeah, he's just pulling his thing out at random. He literally pull up next to people and pull his thing out and show it to them.
I wonder what gets people aroused.
He did it at a Target and at a fucking like a big another big store. It says that
when they were younger, they witnessed somebody flashing or something.
Fuck, I don't know, man. He literally says when the cops asked him about it, quote, he would only advise, "I'm just an asshole. What can I say?"
Asshole.
Yeah, remember that shit? That was great, Dennis Leary.
This guy really is. But you know what I do? I do feel bad for these pedos kids, like their children, because they,
God.
Well, like especially their little kids, right? 12 years old. They don't know their dad's some pedo scum. And he gets busted and their whole life's ruined and they get tortured at school.
Well, it's like we always say, it's like, man, we really hope that they don't have any family near. But what if this guy had to go home and or call his wife from jail and say, I need you to bail me out. They caught me again. I was showing my fucking pecker to people.
You know how many times I've seen that on YouTube on these channels where these guys have to call and tell them, yeah, it's a big misunderstanding, sweetie. Bail me out. They're saying I was watching these young girls.
Misunderstanding like there was a case of that. That's great. You said, yeah, that reminds me. We saw a case not too long ago where that guy pulled up in front of a convenience store, put on a mask and started touching himself. And then the cops showed up, arrested him, and he had to call his girlfriend who thought he only just went to the store for milk.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, it's a big, I didn't know you couldn't do that. I'm sorry. I got aroused. I needed to take care of myself. And everybody's like, well, why'd you put a mask on and show it to people?
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm drinking coffee milk right now. And all right, put it this way. There was a...
What's up, Lesso? It's always good to see you.
Yeah,
I'm listening, bro.
I don't know if I should talk about this, but a cop just got busted recently because I don't want to make enemies with local police, but he just got busted in the last 2 days, right?
Right.
A cop who worked at the ACI, the prison. He was filming a 15-year-old neighbor, they say, having sex with her boyfriend. And she said he did it a while back, like a year ago, too. Yeah. And he was just arrested for filming little girls and shit. And he was like a local cop.
What the fuck,
yeah, it was on the news. I was like, wow, what the fuck? Yeah.
Okay, see, Carol says I wouldn't bail him out. It's like, right, you know what I mean? Like, so... These wives should be like, fuck you. Like, in cases, I get it. Like, okay, they picked you up in a parking lot. They said you looked like a guy. I get it. You're the fucking wife. You stand by him until he's fucking, found guilty or they show you proof. Totally understand. You bail that man out. You love him. That's your man. But when they catch you with literally your dick in your hand, right? As the old expression goes, man, you got caught with your dick in your hand, right? Like that.
Yeah.
You literally get caught red-handed. We'll put it that way. We'll be nice. You should be like, yo, no, you don't. I don't know how you're getting bailed out, but when you do, you're not coming here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not coming here, bro. You're a I don't live with diddlers, bro. It's like, I don't live with people that show their.
I remember. Now that I remember that cop that just got arrested, his wife turned him in. It was he was watching his stepdaughter and her boyfriend have sex. That's what it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he's got 3 counts of it. Yeah, I seen it on the news yesterday. I'm
Good for her.
I went to school with that kid.
For turning his fucking ass in.
Yeah, I was like a freshman. He was like a senior. I didn't really know him, but
right. But you knew who he was. Yeah,
I knew who he was. Mm-hmm.
I would tell him, call your mama because I'm not coming to get you.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
No
Shit like that.
I could call your mom.
Once you do something, they don't fuck around over here. If you fuck around with kids, you're fucked. You know what I mean? You're fucked.
Yeah, and again, this didn't say anything about kids with this guy, but still, this is your mom, your sister, your aunt, your friend from work. He's showing women, old women, young women, everybody in between. He's literally pulling up next to them while they're minding their business, walking through a parking lot, and he's pulling his little thing out.
He's a degenerate.
Right, so they had to see that, and now they've been assaulted. They've been accosted.
Yeah.
Just because he didn't get out and punch them in the face doesn't mean he hasn't affected them forever. Like every time somebody pulls up next to them now, that woman has to think, "Oh my God, is this person a fucking sick pervert?"
Yep, being scared. Yeah.
Is this dude going to try and rape me? Oh my God, he's showing me his thing. If he's crazy enough to do that, what else is he crazy enough to do? Right? I mean, that's logical.
What's next? Yeah, what's next, right?
What would you think as a man if some dude walked up and showed you his junk? You'd be like, bro, like, what? Okay, you're not scared of me? Like, you're not, okay, there's no fear, and you're obviously going to try and rape me, or you're gross, and you're going to try and touch me with it? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I would like, get the fuck away from me, you fucking weirdo.
Right, but I'm saying, right, like, it's not like somebody walks up in a bar and, like, you had words and you're going to fight and you're about it, like, you're going to hurt this motherfucker. Like, this dude walks up, you get a little anxious, a little scared, like, whoa, motherfucker, this dude's crazy.
Got a needle with AIDS. You don't know if he's got a needle with AIDS in it, if he wants to bite you.
Or what he's capable of, right? Yeah. If he's capable of doing that and he's crazy.
Spitting on you. You don't want him spitting on you.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God, bro. I'd go straight to the hospital.
Yeah, I'd rather deal with
bro, I would go straight to the hospital. I'd be like, I need tetanus shots. I need fucking HIV medication. I need everything. You got creams. Just start bathing me in creams, bro.
It goes to your point. I'd rather deal with somebody you know you're going to fight with, and that's not going to spit in your face and try to like give AIDS to you and shit. You know, this guy's a real creepy dude.
Yeah, right. Or you punch him in the face, and he's like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Right? It's like, worst nightmare ever, bro. Worst day ever. You're gonna fight with somebody that's like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah, hit me, choke me out."
And now you cut your knuckle, and you have what I have. Welcome, brother.
Yeah, exactly, bro. He's like grabbing pieces of your hair for his hair doll at home and shit.
Interview with a degenerate, like
scary, man.
You're with us now. Now you're
fucking scary.
Fucking creepy bastards.
Yeah,
look at him. He looks like look at that little shirt he's got on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Looks like a creamsicle you'd buy off a fucking ice cream truck.
Yeah, for sure. He's got a super ugly fucking Fagione golf shirt on, and his face is like scrunched into the middle of that giant round structure.
It looks like BTK.
Fucking unbelievable, bro. These people, like I said, I included that one specifically because we're always saying, like, why did you do this? This guy told us, 'cause I'm an asshole.
Yeah. He looks like Dennis Rader a little. He kind of looks like Dennis Rader. I'm making some coffee milk. Looks like Dennis fucking Rader.
So what is the coffee? Tell me what is this coffee milk? Like, what is it? Creamer? Like, what is it basically?
No, it's autocrat syrup. It's like, I picture you making chocolate milk with Nestle's Hershey shit. It's a syrup.
Oh, so it tastes like coffee. It tastes like coffee.
Yes, exactly.
It's a syrup that tastes like coffee. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you put it in.
Well, that might be good. I love
once
coffee.
In a while, yeah, once a month I'll have a glass of it. You know, like once a month. Not much though, but it's a big thing around here. But yeah, this guy fucking. Who's this character? Look at this lady.
This right here is a warning to all the men that hear this.
What's up, Mike? What's up, Mike?
If you call all the men that are listening to this now and that listen to this later, please take this to heart and listen. Now, if you call a woman at 3 a.m. and ask her to drive a good distance to your house for a booty call, and she's good with it and she drives that long distance to your house, don't fall asleep before she gets there. Because if you do, she might be a psycho bitch like this one here, Tyja Russell, 29.
Shit.
As detailed in a probable cause affidavit, Russell was initially texted and it said, "Bring your ass." At 3 in the morning, they got a she got a text that said, "Bring your ass," and she said, "Okay."
Bring your ass.
So she drove over there, right? So, but when she gets there, she arrives at the residence. He didn't answer the door. She knocks again. He still doesn't answer. So she starts sending him an insane flutter, however you want to put it, of text messages. She starts sending him all kinds of text messages. Quote, "You wasted my money to come out here." Quote, "You smoked." Quote, "I see you want to die." Quote, "I swear to God, I hope you die."
Booyah!
Then, still unable to contact him, she went nearby to a Conoco gas station where she purchased lighter fluid, matches, and a cigarette lighter.
Wow.
She returned to his property and set fire to his front door.
Kathy Bates.
Which, look at this, burned the whole front of his fucking house down.
God damn.
And almost killed him.
Wow.
When they pulled him out through a window that had flames pouring out of it, he was suffering from fucking smoke inhalation and burns.
Poor bastard.
Bro, so they obviously, but look at this. Look at this. Look.
That's crazy. Holy shit. Wow.
Dude.
Wow, he must really regret that call.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah, he told her, really? "Bring your ass." And then fell asleep on that ass. But she's fucking crazy. When she texted him, she said, "Oh, I see you want to die."
Yeah, crazy.
You're not answering the door. You wasted my time and money. I see you want to die. I swear to God, I hope you die. You crazy bitch. You crazy fucking. I get you're upset. I get maybe you want to just kick the door and pound on it in the windows till he answers and you scream at him and tell him fuck you, and then you take your ass home and he don't get no ass. I understand all of that. I do not understand, "Oh, you don't answer the door. I wasted $5 in gas money. I'm going to murder you by fire."
Wow,
by fire, bro.
By fire. Wow, she's getting biblical. Fire.
You know, she burned his fucking ass alive. He was asleep. He woke up on fire and breathing smoke, dude, with fucking fire people tearing him out a window. Like, Jesus Christ. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys take that shit to heart.
Tried to kill him. What's up, Bella? Paris, I say,
all men take that shit to heart. Just like Emery said.
Tried to kill him.
Tried to kill you, bro.
Yep, she tried to kill his ass. Yeah,
you call somebody and you tell them to bring that ass. You better have your ass awake, and you better bring the D, or you might get.
Name?
Tisha Russell.
Tasha go crazy. Yeah, she fucking went nuts. This girl. Wow, what a crazy broad, dude. Burn.
Unfucking believable, this bitch, man.
Yeah, she don't think in the long run, low IQ, right? Not thinking like you burn them, you know, like you're going to jail.
Yeah, you sent him text messages and literally said, "I hope you die," and I see you want to die.
Who's this? JD Vance.
I hate this guy so much, bro.
I hate both.
Bro, I don't say this often, and like, I understand that we see a lot of like really egregious things, and I don't say like I hate them. I say other things like about their mental condition or like how fucked up they are, how crazy that. This guy here is sane. And we should all legally be allowed to take turns punching him in the face.
What did he do?
He fucking staged a home invasion robbery and called the police and everything to cover his tracks so he could steal his daughter's Girl Scout cookie money to go and get a fucking erotic massage from some fucking hooker.
What a fucking loser. What a fucking wacko.
It's like everything about that makes me want to hate this motherfucker. Like, it's your daughter, bro. It's your daughter. The one person in the whole world, even if you hate your wife,
Yeah.
It's the one person in the whole world you're supposed to love and protect and like do everything for, go without for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and this girl goes out and busts her fucking ass as a good kid. She's in the Girl Scouts. She sold $700 worth of Girl Scout cookies. Like, good for you.
Yeah, good for the kid. And then he robs her. What a
And
punk.
he, being of sound mind, not even a drug addict, a sex addict, a fucking, like, fuck you. Fuck
loser.
you degenerate fucking piece of shit. He didn't even just steal it and tell his daughter, I don't know what happened to it. What the fuck? What'd you do? Maybe you blame it on her. No, he staged a home invasion
To cover that up.
to cover up his weird sex addiction and the fact that he robbed his own child to pay for it.
You know,
Absolutely fucking insane.
and it must be great right now that, like, how much he feel that everybody knows what a dirt bomb.
Bro.
What a fucking shit bomb loser.
Yep.
Wow.
He absolutely belongs on on blast, and he is 100% trash.
Yeah, that's a piece of shit right there, man.
Yeah, he got 18 months of probation and 80 hours of community service. He also was ordered to pay restitution in connection with his conviction for filing a false police report. Yeah, just unbelievable, dude.
Huh. What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Robbing your own kid after the kid works hard for the money.
To get an old fashioned from a fucking hooker, from a prostitute.
Yeah. Like, you couldn't wait for your paycheck, you loser?
Bro, it's just, yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Poor excuse for a father.
Yeah, it made me sick. That's why I said, like, do we see things that are more egregious? Absolutely. Every time we do a show and we do Trash on Blast, we see, and on purpose, so everyone can see them. And so part of what ended up being, part of our show, we show everybody, this is the motherfuckers every day you need to watch out for. This shit is happening. This is for real. This is the world. We're not making this shit up, right?
Yeah.
Be on the lookout. Be prepared. Be safe. Take care. Somebody fucking pulls up next to you in a store and stops. Keep walking, right? That kind of shit. You see somebody in a store grab a stuffed animal and start getting familiar, you might want to leave. You might want to walk the other way.
Yeah, it happens. There's more cases than you would think.
It's everywhere. That's what started this. Like when I was looking up weird crimes weeks ago, it was literally fucking 7 out of 10 were weird sex things. That's why I even played that funny clip from the TV show or whatever when they were in heaven and they were talking to him about all the weird things that humans do. He's like, oh yeah, no, it's like anytime anything new happens, like 80% of the time it's a weird new sex thing. And it's just true. It's terrible, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this guy here, so I say, do we see egregious, gross things? Absolutely. I don't throw the word hate around often. This guy I hate. You robbed your fucking kid. I hate you for that. You did it for a sex addiction. I fucking hate you so much for that. You staged a home invasion to cover it up. Your egregious behavior against your own daughter. Bro, we should all get to kick your fucking ass.
Billy says, like a furry.
Like a furry, yeah. Like that. I mean, hey, we saw the ultimate furry, and I agreed with MRE, which was that guy that paid over $100,000 to look like a fucking collie dog. I agree with MRE, which was if he's mentally ill, fine, we don't hate him. But if he's doing weird, degenerate shit in that thing with the lady that walks him, then fuck that guy.
Which he probably is. Who knows? These people are sick.
Yeah, that was my first. My first question was when she walks him through the park. Is he making number 2? Does he have a hole cut out of the back of that thing? Is he shitting in the park?
Yeah.
Does she have a bag?
Yeah. How far does he go with that?
You know.
And it was 100,000, right?
Yeah, over $100,000 he spent on that. It took over 40 weeks. It's 40 days. I'm sorry. It took over 40 days to make. Yeah.
Imagine fucking wanting to have that.
Unbelievable. Don't ask me. I mean, I can't wrap. I cannot, as a reasonable human being, wrap my head around that one. You know, I've told you for like certain things, I understand them. Just because I don't like them doesn't mean I don't understand them. At least as like a human. Like I can see how certain things happen like how certain people might be drawn to certain things. To the point you make all the time with some of these freaks, though, it's like, what happened to you? What did you see when you were a kid?
Yeah, it all has to do with
Right.
that.
It's like I got exposed to Playboys like everybody else. I saw early porn. Like I was there for I get it. I know that it exists. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fucking prude. Like I get that it's there. I understand you might be into with some weird shit. Right. But it's like, to your point, like with these people that are freaks, like, but what did you see? What the fuck happened to you?
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck happened to you, bro? Because you're weird. Like you didn't see the Playboys like we did. You saw somebody getting peed on or something. Like something weird happened to you. And we need to address that and take care of that. We need to know what the fuck's going on, because you're showing your thing to people, and that's not normal.
Yeah, when you've got people that do that, flash people and run away, that's some real mentally ill, sick shit, sexual deviant shit. That could always progress into murder.
Of course it could. Like that fucking dude that was humping dogs basically to death and then feeding them to crocodiles. How is that not a Dahmer? Tell me how that doesn't qualify as somebody that has probably done it to people, and if not, is getting there.
That's a Dahmer move.
Like BTK, like that's sick, bro. This person is fucked. You not worth the cost of a bullet. Carry him up somewhere high, dump him out, or just dump him in the ocean. Like we're not even spending money on the fucking Just are you guys going out in the ocean? Anyone on this boat? Right? Cool, no extra fuel. Awesome. Drop him off. You know what I mean? It's the same equivalent. He was doing it to animals. When's the humans? When does that start?
Yeah. When does it progress into killing the kid next door or the old woman next door?
Yeah, that fucking kid again that we've done, like all these weird people in the targets, man. But that one was super creepy because he grabbed a stuffed animal and then did his business in the fucking kid's bedroom or bedding department. It's like, bro, when is he going to sneak into a kid's bedroom?
Yeah, if you're that's
what's coming.
Yeah, if you're brazen enough and sick enough to do that in a Walmart or something,
Right. Imagine he doesn't get caught.
Yeah.
He goes home. He's feeling brazen. Now he doesn't want to be in the children's bedding department at the store now. Now he wants to actually be in a kid's bedroom.
Yes.
He goes walking into somebody's house. And then it ends up like that case you were telling me about where some freak walks up, the dad runs him off, and then the fucking freak goes home, kills their mom, and comes back and fucking kills everybody.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, so you gotta uproot these motherfuckers, just start dumping them in the ocean. Straight up.
Yeah.
The guy that looked the cops in the face and said, "What can I say? I'm just a fucking asshole." He can go to jail. Right? He can go to jail. The other people that are doing, like the guy that went into the apartment complex, like he went into the office like he was gonna fill out applications for the apartment, and sat right there in the room with everybody and sent them all pictures of his junk, knowing they were gonna see it in front of him. Like, no, you just dump him in the ocean.
Yeah, he can't be helped. He likes to get off on that shit.
Right, and to your point again, that he knows he's going to be caught right then.
You don't care.
He knows it. Right? There's no doubt at all. You're being caught right. That person is standing right there next to you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he knows he's gonna get caught. Well, they know that the whole thrill.
Yep. That's what's broken in the ocean.
They should be attacked by dogs.
Yeah, there you go.
They would stop. A lot of it would be cut down. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they did that in North Korea. Remember, we were reading that he, a couple of those people that betrayed him. One of the people he took out, one of the generals he took out, and he fed to those fucking dogs.
Yeah, the Doberman he's got.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, he fed that guy. Oh, speaking of North Korea, I found out that they have I haven't been able to find any pictures, and yes, I did look, because I'll tell you. First, let me finish my thought. I'm baked. They have an island in North Korea, bro, where they put all the little people, midgets.
No way.
And people with other, like, different kinds of disabilities. They put a lot of these people together on an island. And they have, like, all their own little, like, small houses and buildings and stuff like this. I read about it. I looked it up to make sure I could read about it in more than one place, and it seems like it's a real thing. And I whatever, people can be mad at me, they can point fingers. I instantly pictured fucking Willow, bro.
Yeah, the movie Willow. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I was thinking of, man. And like the brownies and the fucking Willow guy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I have got to see this place. I bet it's magical. Of course it's not. It's probably really sad. But either way, like I got to fucking see it, bro. I was looking for pictures. I couldn't find any. But it is so intriguing to me that but also what a bunch of fucking assholes to take all those people and stick them on an island. Like it really it makes me laugh. It really does, and there's a million jokes to be had in there, but at the root of it, like, wow, bro.
Yeah. Well, the weak people are going to be abused.
At least the Romans, like in the Greeks, like they just got it over with at the beginning, just threw them in a pit. Like they didn't have to go live on an island,
The island of Dr. Monroe.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, they're not getting shifted off to live on some cold, snowy island and take care of themselves and look out for their own and shit. Especially if there's, I don't know how else to put it. Especially if they also put like all these different kinds of mentally disabled and like different kinds of disabled people out there. That means all the smaller people that are like basically sane and of fine mental capacity are having to take care of probably grown giant people that are walking around shitting on themselves. It's just got to be the most insane place, dude. Oh, I doubt Greeks invented Genus Grant. Yeah, I doubt they invented it. Yeah, but yeah, that shit's good. Damn it, man. He says it's called Dwarf Village, I think.
Dwarf Village?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Are they all dwarfs? Are they all dwarfs?
Yeah, it said that it was dwarfs and people that have different kinds of disabilities.
I like to see them play basketball against each other.
Oh my god!
A basketball game, the dwarfs playing. Lower the rim. Let the dwarfs play basketball.
Oh yeah, but the giants, that's what I'm saying. The people that have disabilities, they're not little people, so it's got to be an insane mix. You got the little people taking care of the big Emmys, dude. Like it's got to be Warrens. Could you imagine a bunch of Warrens walking around on an island with a bunch of little people, and the little people have to look out for the Warrens, dude?
Guys, making bigs.
I mean, just holy shit. The world we live in is really fucked. And that's a whole new painting right there. That's a whole new picture to paint right there. An island full of small people having to take care of Warrens is nuts.
I just putting 2 Uzis in Warren's hand, and he would kill all them dwarfs. He really would. He'd go crazy.
Damn it, Amanda says China has a theme park with 150 dwarves who perform daily for people. Well, at least they have a job. I'm against ending of the freak shows. I'm 100% against it.
Well,
what else are they going to do? They're going to work at the fucking gas station?
Well, if they want to do it,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not, of course, yes, not held against their will, no slavery, but that's what a lot of these people did of their own free will to make money because they knew they couldn't work at the grocery store.
Yeah, they liked it. It was a career for them. The guy Tiny Tim or whatever. There was a bunch of them for years, and they became rich. So yeah, if I was a little person or a dwarf, I would be in a freak show. Why not?
Well, for sure. If there was nothing else for you to do, especially back then, you lived in a little fucking farm town. The circus came through. There was nothing else for you to do. Everybody picked on you and shit. Everybody made you wear hats made out of fucking nacho chips with dip in the middle. You know, it's like, I'm going to go work over here and make a little money an hour and get to travel and see things. And maybe I'll even meet like another awesome little dwarf chick. You know, right?
Yeah.
For real.
That's the guy Tiny Tim did.
Yeah. Life opens up. Next thing you know, you're living in New York getting picked on by people in a city. But at least you're in a city.
Here's a little dwarf, but he had money from the little people movies. He had money put aside.
Somebody said something about sending Nadu to take care of the little people. That's funny. Nadu I don't know if I know you would never watch this show. but there's a show that was made by Nick Kroll. It's an animated show on Netflix, and they have these hormone monsters. One of them's all like super old and decrepit and gross, and has like a really fucked up voice, and it totally reminds me of Jiffy. Whenever he talks or says anything like really stupid and and he just looks so distorted and gross, it reminds me of it. And he does it is the voice that they do for that character sounds kind of like the voice that you do for Jiffy sometimes. Anyway, like it just made me laugh. I saw that shit on YouTube the other day. I was like, that's fucking Jiffy.
Yeah, the yelling voice. Yeah, he's gonna. I can't do his voice that good, but when he
No,
yells,
like the little gremlin voice that you do for him sometimes. You know what I mean?
yeah, that don't really
That
sound
one.
like him, but I just picture a little cartoon of him screaming like a little nut. He's out of his mind, that weirdo.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking freak. I haven't heard anything about him or anything lately, which is
Yeah,
good.
no, I
He's
haven't.
crawl into a little hole and fucking stay there. Go back to Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I don't know what he does. I don't watch his channel, so I don't really pay attention.
Well, yeah, I haven't. All the stuff I even saw
I
him
would have to see
on
a
his
clip
clip
channel.
channels.
Yeah, if it's not on the clip channel, I'm not gonna really see it at all.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And and you like at least like you're subscribed to like a lot of channels, so you'll probably see it before I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm only subscribed to a handful of channels, and I still don't get fucking notifications.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah.
Like I'm subscribed to such a small amount of channels, man, and I still don't get notifications. It's crazy.
Yeah, they do that.
Jordan Peterson, do we like him? Jordan Peterson. He says some really weird. He said some things that I've said, okay, well that sounds pretty smart. He said a lot of things that I think make him sound stupid. But the one thing I don't like about Jordan Peterson is how he walks around and acts like he literally sits there and looks at people like he could fart on you and it would be a blessing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's just so fucking arrogant and full of himself. Every word that comes out of his mouth, he's just so sure of, whether it sounds ridiculous or not. And he says everything as if it's a fact and you should believe it. And if you don't, you're stupid. That I don't like.
Yeah, well, I like some of this. Like, I'll agree with him. I like some of the stuff he says, and he roasted some of those dumb lefties and weirdos. But
For sure.
other things I don't agree with, he sounds stupid, I think.
Yep.
Some of the things.
Yeah. So, yeah, little this, little that. That's how I feel about it. And there you go, Roscoe. You got an answer from both of us on that one.
Yeah. I like some of the stuff, and some stuff I don't. Just like anyone else, really. Some of the things I like they say, I agree with. And other things
That's the way everybody should be. Yeah. You know, just listen to what people have to say. Sometimes, you know, even a broken clock is right twice a day, as they say.
Oh, yeah. I watch.
Somebody you don't disagree with all the time might say something where you go, well, now, hold on. Right?
Yeah. It happens all the time. All the time. Yeah, we got a hurricane passing by. It's not gonna land over here though. But
Were you getting any of the rain?
Yeah, rain and the wind.
That's good. The wind's probably bringing some nice weather, keeping it cooled off.
Well, no, it was muggy tonight.
Oh, it was humid. I got you.
Yeah, it was.
The fuck
Gave
are they
me a headache.
All right, Carmel. Yeah, have a good night, Carmel, if you're taking off. Have a good night.
Oh yeah, good night, Carmel. It gave me a vicious headache. My nose gets clogged up.
Oh, the humidity. I got you.
Yeah, and allergies.
Oh, that's no good, man.
Yeah.
Well, if you've got a headache, man, we can call this one early. A little earlier than we normally do. We've already gone over like all the news and the trash.
We touch on all the news and stuff.
What's that?
We touch on the news and stuff.
Yeah, we did that in the beginning. Yeah, we talked about a little bit about the diddler and some North Korea stuff and all the weird buttery pretzel colognes and the kangaroo that escaped prison in Czechoslovakia. Yeah, we went through all kinds of cool stuff tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep because I had a long day at work. I went to the feast and my nose is killing me and my head's hurting now.
Yeah, man, get some rest and we hope you feel better. We'll be
All
back
right.
next
God
Friday.
bless everybody in the chat, and thanks for having me on. I'll see you next Friday.
Always, man. Always good talking to you. Have a great week if I don't talk to you before then.
All right, later.
Later, man. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Grant, the Diddler. Exactly. P. Diddler's Pool House. Always full of exciting and new things. Just make sure you wear shoes. You don't want to be caught in P. Diddler's Pool House without your shower slides. That is for sure. You would be stepping on all kinds of questionable shit. Yeah, Bella, for sure. I could hear that. That's why I told him, man. It's like, man, if you're not feeling well, you got a headache. Get some rest, my friend. We'll see him next week, next Friday. We'll do it again. We'll keep up on the news. I'm not surprised at all that North Korea restarted their shit balloons, but it's just weird that they gave a shit, right, about the Olympics at all, that they cared about the Olympics at all. Like, they sent people there. It's so bad that when they took a selfie with South Korean contestants at the Olympics, that people were questioning whether or not those North Korean Olympians that took the picture were going to be in trouble, or if they were going to get hurt somehow when they made it home. I mean, it's like, what's the fucking point? Why is North Korea even here? Right? And why would they? But I guess they kept up appearances while the Olympics were on. They quit sending ship balloons for that length of time while they had people on the field with everybody. And I guess they couldn't wait anymore because we're at 2,000 balloons now in like wave 13 or 14 or something like that. It's fucking nuts. Yeah, but we'll keep an eye on that. It's going to escalate at some point, so we're going to keep following that. It's still funny what they're doing. It's still preposterous, so we'll cover it for that too. But undeniably, at some point, something's going to have to break, right? They're going to have to agree to stop, or they're going to up their game a little bit. So we'll keep following that. We're going to keep an eye on the Diddler too. Who knows how long that's going to take, though? I mean, apparently they've got all these witnesses that have to testify. They're just now putting together the dates for it, but I've still not seen any information on him getting a new attorney. So that's something I've been looking for. In either case, we'll follow that next week too, along with any kind of weird news I can find. Oh, Tom Cruise at the closing ceremonies. You know what is weird, extra weird about that, David James, is that right before the Olympics, apparently. Okay, let me back it up. In France, Scientology is legally classified as a cult and is not allowed to operate in France. Scientology is not allowed to operate in France because they're considered a cult legally. Okay. Having said that, they kind of backdoored their way into this thing with Tom Cruise, because when Tom Cruise signed in to do this stuff prior to the Olympics going on, while they were building everything and handling all the pre-stuff, they set up fucking shop in Paris, the Church of Scientology. They got a couple buildings. They filled them with fucking people. They built up the facades. They were talking to people in the streets, right? Who knows what else they got involved in with that shit. But yeah, so they used Tom Cruise as a backdoor. That's fucking bullshit. Yeah, total fucking bullshit. But at least they're being called out for it, because that's how I found out, right? I read about it. So at least people did notice, apparently, and that's good. Hopefully they'll get watched for that shit next time. Oh, I got you, Billy. We've talked about them before. I'm not too concerned. I'm more worried about certain other things with the algorithm, but I get it. They're whacked out, man. All hail Xenu. The other one, I still want to talk to MRE, but we're going to have to do another one. And it occurred to me because MRE said to me several times before, and he is right, and a lot of people in here have agreed, that, out of all the religions, when it comes to humor and people making jokes or taking advantage, usually it's some brand or flavor of Christianity, right? They don't want to mess with the Jewish religion. They're afraid they're going to get ostracized or canceled, right? They don't mess with Islam because if you even draw a cartoon of Muhammad, someone comes to your house and tries to cut your head off. Get it? So after giving that some thought, it's like, well, why don't, we covered Scientology because it's weird, outlandish, and absolutely ridiculous as an idea or a notion or a practice. It's just flat out fucking stupid. Why not cover some other ones, I say? I think that I would like to speak with MRE and you, all of my friends, about what the Mormons believe, like the base of their religion, with the guy staring into the fucking hat. But, like, it's absolutely preposterous. The entire story is preposterous. I really think South Park did an amazing job. Dumb, 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 dumb. Smart, 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 smart. For anybody that's seen that knows exactly what I'm talking about. They did an amazing job on the specials that they did. They did an even better job on the full length. I mean, it's a musical, right? So take it for what you want. But it also won like every fucking award, and it stays packed years later after it came out when they did the Book of Mormon musical or play or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's in theaters on Broadway. But it's actually all the weird songs that I don't care for aside, because I'm not really big on like theater music. You know what I mean? Like Broadway style theater music. It's a little much for me. But all that being said, it's still amazingly written. So I think the Mormons will be one that we cover soon. I don't know if we'll do it next week or not. But I think that'll be one that we do soon, so we can get into that and learn a little bit more about their belief system. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go grab a smoke and then probably pig out a little bit. I got the munchies going on over here. Imagine that. I've been sitting here smoking bowls for a couple hours while we all talk shit. Imagine that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go grab a smoke and then maybe grab a snack, munch down a little bit, probably smoke some more bowls and get nice and tired and pass the fuck out. But I appreciate everybody that came in tonight. It's always good seeing all of you. It's good times, man. Everybody's got great opinions, great jokes, great things to add to the conversation. Do me a favor, hit the like, share it. If you have a channel, share the show, and definitely leave a comment for us, though. We've been asking here and there. If you're in here now, leave a comment. Let us know, like parts of the show you liked, or maybe comment on something that we talked about. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Anybody that hears this later, double so. I've been in the chat and we didn't get a chance to talk to you or get your input. We always want your input. We want to talk. We'll always answer you back if we can. So leave us a comment. Hit the like, share when you can. Leave a comment. We'd appreciate it. And we'll see you again here next Friday around 10:30 for the Skullbro Show. Be safe.